And welcome back to the Kerbal Pole Expedition 2, my beautiful co-hosts. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm alright, thanks. How are you doing?
Hey.
Is the quality any better?
God, mighty.
It sounds better.
It does sound better. It does sound better.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it sounds less like the mid-range is just being crushed.
Yeah, it sounds a bit better than my end as well.
Is that C7? Did C7 pick up? Oh no, it's still calling him. Ah, it's alright.
I'm doing a speed test right now. Just to double check to make sure how that my... I still, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I still seriously prefer to have my, I still prefer a TeamSpeak over this, simply because it's hosted in Chicago, but that's just me.
I mean, TeamSpeak's better because it uses less bandwidth, right?
Saying the co-hosts are too quiet.
Again, it is the Windows problem that I should have fixed and I didn't because I'm a bad host.
Have you gone into Windows sound setting and said never change?
I haven't even tried. I haven't even tried, but I should do. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know exactly what the problem is. I'm just lazy.
Well, admittedly, you are very busy pushing forwards.
I'm not even pushing forwards. Actually, I've trimmed the forwards.
You're using cruise control.
Oh no, the tree!
Watch out for that tree!
Despite the fact that I am hosting this call, I'm still getting a 48 down and 5 up, so that's not too bad.
Don't make acorn dry. Don't make anyone in Britain dry.
I despise everyone.
No, they actually, basically what... You guys still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, sorry. Suddenly I just got a really weird... Something weird
Ah,
happened.
even your Titan internet has problems, eh?
Oh no, it was actually Skype just complaining.
Oh, so it's Skype's fault. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Basically what happened was, apparently, when the reason why it took so long yesterday was because it wasn't just as simple them plugging the new modem in. What they had to do was it's a ATT Uverse rather than just the AT&T whatever. So they actually had to bind 2 lines together, and we only had one bound line to our house. So the guy actually had to go to the other box out there and change some settings around in order to get to add another line to our house to then get the Uverse speeds. So basically doubled our speeds. So it's pretty cool.
I think I mean, realistically, on most programs, applications, I get about top 1.2 meg down, and I can usually get about 900 kilobits up.
I get about 2 down, 1 up.
I just done a speed test. My download speed is 2.96 megabits per second. My upload is 0.73.
That's not bad. Like, compared to me, you've got better download but slightly worse upload.
When they finally upgrade where I live,
Megabits,
which will be like in years, I'll get 220.
Wait, 2.5 megabits down.
Yeah, megabits. So yeah, if it's megabyte, times it by 8.
Yeah.
Or multiply by divide by 8.
Okay,
or
so yours just is plain
one of
worse.
those. Yes, it is. And when you upload gigabytes of videos overnight, it takes like 8 hours.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Well, I compress my videos to a ridiculous rate because I'm lazy.
I'm getting.
When I was at uni, I used to do that.
50.
Also, do you guys mind if I apologize?
I get 40 down and 15 up megabits.
Oh wow.
40. Where are you?
Ooh.
I've got a BT Fiber.
Nice.
Doesn't matter where you are. BT.
See, I should have BT Fiber.
May I ask a huge favor of you guys?
Sure.
Just because it's gonna be something kind of funny.
Well, you can ask. I mean.
Okay. Basically, a friend of mine apparently just messaged me on Steam and basically saying that they were completely flabbergasted that apparently I'm on your stream right now, that I'm talking to you on Skype, and so is it possible that I do a really quick shout out just for fun?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. If they donate, you can say whatever you like.
If they donate, there we go. If that person donates,
$10 each.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're on this, if you can, you know who you are. If you're listening in right now, if you donate something, I'll say something. I will definitely get your name.
Yeah, there we go. It's a good way. And by the way, everyone else who's just watching in the chat idly, you should also be donating as well because it's a good cause.
Exactly.
Let's take this time.
You want to tell us something? You want to rate us on our skills of being commenters? 1 to 5 stars, probably like 2.
You could tell it in the chat and probably never get it read, or you could donate, help people in need, get them water, give them happiness and life back, and tell us about how bad a job we are at co-hosting. See, it's a win-win.
Also, apparently she's been a massive fan of yours for a very long time, and you inspired her to take science, university, and college courses.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hey.
Having
I'm
effects
assuming
on
kind of
people's
mine when you say
lives.
mine.
Yes, and she unfortunately she does not have a card, is what she's saying, and she's saying that she hates me right now.
Oh well, just do it anyways. Like, can
yeah.
someone else donate for her? Someone in the chat, be generous.
All right. So, Tamara, howdy. Everybody says hi, Tamara.
Hey, hi Tamara.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Hi, Tamara.
Hello there.
How are things?
How you doing?
How are you doing?
Stay in
Oh
school.
god. One person in chat says, Harv the Inspirer. I've had quite a few of those emails, like people saying, hey, you inspired me to do this, you inspired me to do that. And that's, like, those are the best emails. Those are always the best ones. Right? It's fantastic.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple of those as well, and they really do speak to you, don't they? And I always reply to those ones. I try to reply as often as I can, unless it's something like, hi, nice video, thanks, which replying to would kind of be a mass reply would be kind of spam worthy. But the ones that say, you inspired me, I did something because you made me want to do it, those I try and find time to respond to.
The whole state of replying to emails, it makes me feel really guilty because I probably reply to 2/5 of all my emails. Maybe 2/5. One of those fifths that I don't reply to because they're just random emails like hi or something like that. Other fifths, or another one of the 3/5 that I don't reply to. It's sometimes just it just feels unnecessary. Like I have this unreasonable annoyance of mine where if I make, say, 3 videos advertising, for instance, the KPE2, and then people ask me, oh, when's it running? It's like, it kind of gets to me. It's like, I've tried my utmost hardest. To tell you, and you seem to have no idea. It gets me, I feel unreasonably annoyed.
Normally, when someone asks a question like that, the other comments usually spam them with either saying, here's the date, or saying, Darude Sandstorm.
Yeah, no, but I'm referring to emails, so it doesn't happen. And the thing is, like,
my email address is like mostly business emails, so I just get like dozens of emails saying, try out our new iOS game. It's like, what? No,
yeah,
I don't review iOS games.
The problem with
review real games.
The problem with the ones is that the people who are asking those kind of questions that I don't reply to, they're entirely innocent, and it's absolutely fine for them to be asking that question because maybe they just missed the videos. Maybe they didn't expect there to be videos there in the first place. Maybe they don't watch my channel, they just heard about it and thought they sent me an email. It's entirely fine on their end. I'm just not a very nice person, and at times I'm just like,
answering every email about little bits that are available elsewhere as information. Otherwise, you'd be just spending your entire day doing that.
Yeah, no. I don't know, it makes me feel bad.
I had a lovely heartwarming email come through the other day, and I thought, oh, this is a bit weird, because normally I get emails through YouTube, just kind of like, hey, you inspired me to buy Minecraft. It's like, great, I made you give money to someone. But this one came through my Bandcamp, and it was the first email I've ever had from Bandcamp of like someone say, hey, I actually love your music and things, and how do you do it? And I'm like, oh, I must reply to you.
Yeah, you do a load of really cool music, don't you?
I try to.
We were playing it
busy this year.
We were playing it last year, weren't we? I swear we were playing it last year on KP's.
Yeah,
so
I think we spent like a day doing it.
I've made like one new track since then, which is the Kingdom Hearts thing, and I love it. So you're welcome to play that.
It's better than any of the comments that I usually get. Most of the ones I have to flag as spam or inappropriate.
Yeah.
Usually about exposing specific parts of my anatomy, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, the internet.
Well, of course, that's YouTube. Everyone is going to... The thing about a girl on the internet, automatically assume the person is, how can I put this in a child-friendly way? I guess I won't. I mean, it's an idiotic assumption. It's an idiotic assumption, people. Come on.
I don't even... I mean, like, I can't even begin to imagine that... I assume, naturally, that they don't believe for a second that that'll ever actually happen. And it's just kind of like, well, why would you even say it to begin with?
Because we like to make you feel uncomfortable.
Well, because we think because you take pleasure out of other people's feeling awkward. Great.
Yeah,
okay.
the internet.
That's
Whenever
not,
I read those comments on a video, I always just kind of imagine like that comment in like a British builder's voice.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, quick.
Get your
quick-
boobs out, love.
Builder from Yorkshire.
Yeah, apparently.
Omo did make a pretty valid point just now that she did say that there is a community within a community. So I'm not trying to state that it's everybody, because it's not, obviously. You know,
It's the vocal
but there
minority
are,
in a lot of cases.
yes, but there are there is a population of people who feel very, who really they feel jilted. They feel like women have done them wrong, so they will do bad things to other women because other women didn't give them what they feel they deserved.
Right.
So but that's some people, not all of them. Other people are just kind of like, they just want to say shit and
Other people just, yeah, that's all right. I mean,
crap crackers.
Can't say that
We
either.
were slowing our beat machine there.
Yeah, but it basically they're just saying stuff. They're saying crap. They're smack talking, and that's, like I said, it's one of those things where, and I think the problem is that on both sides, like on the side of people being very hyper vigilant about that, and people being the polar opposite, I think that the problem is that there's no filtering. Smack talk is okay. I mean, I can't really put down smack talk because honestly, I've kind of done it too.
It's like, it's something that everyone enjoys now and again. Like, I enjoy.
It's for fun, yeah.
I enjoy being mean to Elysium.
Yeah, I
But
enjoy being
it's
mean to
for
Elysium.
fun.
That's the thing, right? I have a context in which, like, yeah, I know, like, we're friends. Like, I know, it's just, joking around. But you wouldn't go up to someone in the street and be like, oh, you're a dick.
Yeah, you're just
That's
an,
what
you're
you're doing
just
on the
an
internet
idiot
by
if you
doing
do
that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the thing is, I find with the average complete stranger, I try to, be nice, be a nice person, treat others how you want to be treated. But the more I know someone and the more I get to understand how they would, receive the information, it's just...
Once you
I
establish
start
a
to be-
relationship
I start
with
to be
someone,
nasty to them, and then they start to be nasty to me, but there's a mutual sort
Yeah.
of, haha, it's a joke, we can both take it.
The
And
problem is-
earlier, by the
yeah.
way, when I was insulting your piloting skills, that's exactly what I was
exactly,
doing
that's
there. So,
exactly
again,
the example, and I knew because
the
we've got this
Canadian in me
relationship
is
You have
already.
the
Same.
social contract in which you can
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
the comments. If you're on the internet, it's the same thing as
Most
walking up to someone
humour
in the street.
is cruel, though.
And that's the thing.
All
That's,
the good humour
that's-
is cruel.
Well, what comedy equals tragedy plus time.
Hmm.
But the whole point. But yeah, I mean, the thing is that there has to be. I mean, I'm definitely. I've been called. Oh gosh, it's been so funny. I've actually. I kind of consider myself extraordinarily moderate in terms of in terms of certain things, and yet there are some people that have still likened me to some sort of radical feminist. I'm just like,
Yeah, like,
No.
do you know Matt Lees? He used to
familiar
be
with him,
he used to be a video guy at Video Gamer and runs a few various podcasts and shows and things. But the point is, he made a video a while ago just about the wrong views on feminism, and everything he was saying is just, he was just pointing out the obvious, really. It was just logic and common sense to most people. And then if you take a look at the like-dislike bar, it looks like a lightsaber. It looks like a red lightsaber. And it's just
Well, now,
people
The problem
think...
is
looks like
people
a
who
grey
don't agree with your
lightsaber.
point of view will chuck you to the other end of the spectrum to be able to go, look, you're such a
Exactly.
ridiculous radical. It's like, actually, most people, like, it's a bell curve. Most people fall in the center. The chances are, even just randomly, that those are wrong. They're just chucking you to the other end to be able to demonize you.
But even
Yeah, so
even
the
just pointing
loudest
out that there's...
people are on the outside of the bell curve.
it's
Exactly,
actually
yeah, the loudest
here's
people are on
thing,
the outside.
It's actually interesting that you should mention that Elysium, because that's actually it's a tactic that a lot of, well, almost everybody nowadays who are in politics or some sort of anything, any kind of activist
Yeah, you
situation
compare them
does.
to an extreme, and thus you make them a...
Because then, basically, it's not just that. The problem is that once you compare them to an extreme, it's actually a purely tactical move, because what ends up happening is that you now are no longer capable of, the person who you've just stated that to can no longer speak in a uneven ground. It's now they have to take a defensive stance because now they have to counter what you just said. They can no longer continue making their points because they have to address the fact that they've stated that you are now some sort of extremist. And you're like, no, I'm not I'm not an extremist. Let me explain to you how I'm not an extremist, rather than saying, now the reason why this is good. It's actually it's a defensive. It's a method to, because they realize they cannot. Generally speaking, it's a. I'm not sure if they realize that they cannot actually defend their side of their side. So rather than actually trying to stand on the merits, they attack through this. It's actually a lazy way. It's actually a lazy debate, and it's one of those things where I actually. If you've ever taken debate before, it's a tactic that most debate teams will pretty much tell you, stop talking right now. Just no,
because
stop.
you're not saying anything useful, and you're not making any ground in your
However,
argument.
people who aren't trained in debating or even aren't able to think like that, it works very. It is an effective tactic. It is a crappy tactic, but it is an effective tactic in a public forum.
Yes,
because people are silly.
People are silly. That is one of the many truths about the internet and life.
Yeah,
and
the
humans.
individual person is clever and well-rounded. People are panicky and stupid.
That's a quote.
A great quote from a great quote from George Carlin. Think about how dumb the average person is, how susceptible they are to information given to them by uncredible sources, how flat-out stupid the average human being is. Then you realize half of them are even dumber than that.
I mean, it's a very similar argument to that one that happened recently, which was Richard Dawkins was making the point that when you say something is bad, there are actually different scales of bad, but it doesn't stop something from being bad. Like if you steal a handbag, that's bad. But if you steal someone's life savings from an old lady who lives alone, that's really bad. And you have to recognize that both can be bad with them being different levels of badness.
I kind of refer to it as apparently there is a contingent of the world where apparently there is no gradient.
I just timed out Ronan Pawn, by the way. I'm okay with the playfulness here, but calling someone Hitler is not. That's a bit much. Okay.
Oh, what did Ronan Pawn say? I've never mind.
Yes.
Anyway, it's fine.
Ronan, I understand where you're coming from. Yes, it's essentially just it's a nasty. Like I said, it's a nasty thing. It's basically something that I'm a very big fan of debate. It's actually funny because on I do a lot of I try to do a healthy debate on Facebook, where I actually have people who I try to apply the exact opposite of what Facebook would like me to do, which is basically have everybody you have your groups of friends who all have the same thoughts and values of you, where you basically you get into a feedback loop where you're basically a
closed communities.
Yeah.
Yes, it's basically a self-perpetuating thought
circle
process.
Jerk.
I was trying not to say that, but yes.
I think we're allowed to say that, aren't we?
Of course it had to be.
That's essentially what I'm talking about, yes. And so I've tried to. I have a lot of people who have polar opposite political, social views of what I do, and I pretty much told. But the thing is that where I started having some problems recently, where I was realizing that I wasn't conversing with them because a lot of times, what the vast majority of the posts are just either reposts or links to articles. And then it would basically get everybody flared up, and so then they would take extremist positions. So actually what I ended up doing was I've started to figure out how to tweak the settings on Facebook to not show articles. They don't show articles most for the most part. There's a couple of times, but pretty much I only had to do it for a couple of hours and just I think stop having specific people who repost these articles, and all of a sudden it's just what their thoughts are. And that's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in what other people say and then they agree with. I want to know what their thoughts are.
I've got an interesting point to raise about that, but I just want to quickly bring stuff a little bit back on topic related to
Sorry about that.
KPE2.
I forgot.
It's all right. No. I love the discussion. The problem we've been having on KPE is that we've been getting so many donations, which is fantastic, but a lot of the time has been taken up with just reading out donations. So I really like actually that we can get some discussion going. So don't worry about that. I think discussion's great. But a few things just to point out. We have made a bit of a detour. I saw this little lake of beautiful trees and water.
Yeah, it's a nice little oasis.
Yeah. And I thought I'd take a swim in it.
It's only taken us, what, like 12 hours to get here?
So,
so even longer than it takes people in Ethiopia.
We are currently... How long? We're about an hour into today's stream. So we've had 17 hours of driving. 17 hours. But yeah, so just want to reiterate, it's water. It's pretty clean,
People
isn't
want to
it?
see your face again, by the way. They're
Fine. People can't get enough of Harvey's face. Yeah, so if you would like to donate to our campaign, we are raising money in order to try and bring sources of clean water to people in developing countries in water-scarce areas, so that they don't have to walk for hours just to find something like this, where animals have been defecating and urinating in it, and then have to walk for hours back.
Exactly. The thing is, when was the last time you drank urine of any kind, any animal, anything? When was the last time
Probably
you
when
drank
I was
pee?
a kid.
Guess what? The people that we're giving money to, they do it every day. The water they drink is not sanitized very well. So they're drinking pretty much pee.
Urine is sterile, though, isn't it?
Not really.
No.
But,
Doesn't taste very nice.
If you've got biological infections, then it can be pretty bad.
I will be right back, guys. I apologize. Just very quick break.
No problem. So yeah, it's not very nice, and that is the point of all this. That's the point. We're trying to bring, actually, water that'd be nice to drink. Kind of like this water, which I'm going to symbolically drink right now. There we go. See, I just took that for granted. And that is what we all do every single day. And that's not a problem, because we live in that society where that's absolutely acceptable, and it is. But it would be nice if we could help other people, have the same opportunity to take it for granted. So, we are going to
think about flushing the toilet.
Yeah. We're going to cut to a quick ad break, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 20 minutes since our last one. We'll run an ad for 60 seconds, and then we'll get back on the way. But I've just thought of our first challenge. Something I said on day one. Wouldn't it be nice to change things up, to make the stream a little bit more interesting? The footage you've been watching has pretty much all been the same. It's been this, the back of the rover driving through the terrain. How about we drive backwards? How about we drive backwards?
That sounds pretty dangerous.
Might want to put some mirrors on it.
No, they don't need that. They don't need that. It's fine. So if someone can raise $6 in the next 40 seconds, I'll drive backwards. I really want to do it. It's going to be a rubbish goal. 15,350, we'll say. 15,350, and we'll start driving backwards for the rest of the stream. Just because.
Speaking of stream, I noticed that a lot of people have been posting links, and then the bot automatically deletes them. But then if links aren't allowed, then how are we going to get the amazing, hilarious images of your face spread all over the internet?
We're not. On that note, we're going to go to a commercial break. Thank you for watching. If you do have adblock turned on, yeah, you can tweet them. If you do have adblock turned on, then please turn it off, because the ad revenue from this will be donated to the charity as well. Thanks for watching. You're watching KPE2. Tanuki's back, and we're going to go to an ad break.
Yes.
There we go. I really hope they get us.
It's a shame.
Are we clear?
Well, we can be if you want to talk off stream for a second.
And everyone who didn't get an ad but hears us.
I can mute it if you want to talk off stream for a second. That's fine.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was just curious. I had to.
Just running
on this page.
I just drank almost 46 fluid ounces of something. So you can imagine.
No idea how much that is.
Ounces.
600. So almost 1,660 milliliters.
Yeah, that makes sense to British people. That makes sense.
I mean, you could have used pints. I understand pints.
I wasn't sure how many pints 24 fluid ounces is.
It's like 2.5, I think.
So basically, I drank a lot of liquid and very quick.
Was it clean water?
I hope so. It wasn't urine.
It
'cause that's not sterile.
It was ice. It was tea.
Ah.
Yeah. The thing is, if you work in pints, I automatically think, you're talking about beer.
Yeah.
It's just like,
alcohol.
Yeah, I drank 6 pints today.
It
It's
is...
like, whoa,
whoa, you've got a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the KPE2. Your ad is probably ended.
Probably one of the only countries in the world that has a measurement system solely for use in pubs.
Yeah.
We're currently on $15,304 raised. Please get us to 50. I really want to drive backwards. $15,350. That's the amount.
Uh-oh. I'm getting you're starting to sound a little.
You now have 15,354.
Yeah, your voice was breaking up earlier.
Yeah, and I can hear some sort of noise in the background. Is anyone playing a TV by any chance? Just wondering.
Yeah. So Homo right now has her headphones off, and then they are turned up to maximum, so that way she doesn't have to have the headphones on to watch.
Oh.
So it's kind of funny how she does. It's kind of cute. It's kind of endearing. It's a little silly, and she just put them back on, so it's okay. You shouldn't hear it as much. I apologize about that, and she says sorry.
It's all right. I'm just more concerned about the people in the chat who are inevitably going to complain. There we go. That's nice now. That's nice.
Yeah,
there we go. 15,354. We got it, as you said.
Yay.
So we're gonna drive back.
Quick save. Remember to quick save.
I did quick save.
Quick save again because last time we quick saved it didn't work.
All right. Okay. I'll quick save again. Stop getting at me. God.
Yes.
There we go.
All right. Can you...
the noise.
Oh, sorry.
Strange noises.
Sorry. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you now. For a moment there, it sounded like you were blowing a leaf blower at your microphone, but it's all right.
Yeah.
All right. How about now? Is this better?
But quiet. Now it's quiet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to adjust the microphone settings.
That sounds perfect right now.
Better.
There. Okay. Good. All right. I will set it.
There.
I apologize about that. I was basically I inadvertently clicked a checkbox that essentially said automatic, and I went no, and all of a sudden everything just goes full blast. I'm like, no, stop.
No, let's not have that, please.
There's a comment in the Twitch chat just says Harv was born with a broken voice.
I saw that.
Suddenly born. Hello.
I just come out the room. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, they're chomping at the bit for me to do a Harv impression.
Yeah, I saw that as well. You did say, I think it was 15K,
yeah,
wasn't it?
I did. I was.
Ronan Pawn just mentioned, boy, you make one little comparison to a certain German genocide war criminal and everyone freaks out. I am so tempted to time him out again just out of spite.
Do it. You might as well do it.
Actually,
do it right now. Do it.
Funny.
Do it. It'll be funny. It'll be funny. Do it.
Oh, okay. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Timed out.
Fantastic. He's not going to like that. He is not going to like that one little bit.
He's not going to like that.
Right, I'm going to slow down and quick save before we go full blast here. There we go.
All right, so I think I mentioned on the stream that I have a very, very broad vocal range. I have about I think it's a 5 or 6 octave range, something like that. And on top of that, I also have chronic asthmatic bronchitis, which of course causes vocal cord flare-ups, which can then basically give me even greater vocal range. So I have a very high dynamic range, which can be very interesting because it can scare the absolute bejesus out of people when used in the proper means. If you'll give me just a second, I'm going to practice.
It terrifies me.
Actually, if you do me a favor, Harv, do you keep talking so that way I'm going to mute and you keep talking so that way.
Okay, we absolutely will do that. We'll carry on talking.
Hello, Houston. Come in, Houston.
Yeah, I'm here, Pawn. Go ahead.
How are we doing on breaking into Harvey's stream over at KPE2 at twitch.tv/HOCgaming?
Actually, Pawn, I'm having a little bit of trouble today. I don't know if they've installed some kind of DDoS protection or what, but this is a lot of resistance that I'm not used to.
Well, can you break the stream, Houston?
Well, Pawn, I mean, my usual job is counting backwards from 3, so I'm just gonna try smacking the transmitter really hard. Yeah, that did it. You're on in 3, 2, 1.
Roman Pawn! Hello, I am the Roman Pawn, and this... Excuse me, Bill, I'm in the middle of the intro... What did you say? I did not say Roman porn, okay? I think I know my... Quit interrupting. Hello, I am the Roman porn, and this is our hijacking. As you can see, Harvey, we're ascending right now. This is... Every time I go to sleep... you know, this is a long trip. It's a lot for one man to drive, and so, you know, I'm letting Bill do a lot of the work, and I have to sleep occasionally. Whenever I wake up, he's taking us on another detour. The last one was Kerbin's largest ball of string, or something to that effect. Now he's got us going up what is apparently the local topography's highest geographic point, which the locals call Mount Murder Cruel. So, you know, I wouldn't allow this sort of thing, Harvey, but we're just so far ahead, man. We're just so far ahead. We're gonna be there any second, so I'm fine with this, because, you know, we could put a picnic blanket out at the top of this mountain and just chillax for a few hours and still beat you up. Although, Bill, I do want to point out to you, okay, the fact that, like, the shadows and the terrain and everything are, like, gyrating, I think this is God's way of telling you that maybe you're not supposed to be here, son.
Hey, Pawn, you remember all the trouble I was having getting the stream open? Well, I'm having even more trouble holding it open. I think we've got someone else on the other end of the line trying to shut us down.
What do you mean, Houston?
Well, I'm getting random messages across the control panel here, and it just seems like we've got ourselves some kind of hacker.
Lead hacksaws, eh? Must be Tanuki. I've run up against her before, Houston. She's not to be trifled with.
Well, it might be Tanuki, but the person here is referring to themselves as Zero Cool. They just texted me, mess with the best, die like the rest. Kinda cheesy, I think.
Yeah, Houston, I'm not sure that this generation's gonna get those references. You might want to be a little more modern. One good thing about this little detour, Harv, is it's given me a good idea for today's challenge. I've noticed that your craft, the Traverser, that's what we're calling it, by the way, everyone in chat, in case you're wondering, the Traverser. Yeah, named by the man who gave $1,000 freaking dollars. What's your problem, Well, you're not making enough money on your own. You can't come up with a grand, with a K, with a G. It's the Traverser, okay? Kenneth 1, aka Joe. Just thought we'd give the man a little recognition for giving us $1,000 Goram dollars. I'm not allowed to curse on the channel. Anyway, notice the Traverser has some VTOL capabilities, doesn't it, Harv? Yeah, you designed it with some engines. We haven't seen much of that yet, and I'm sort of curious, just idly, how much height you can get out of that. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, people in chat, what do you say you donate $1 for every 100 meters that Harvey can get that little craft up off the ground? Sound like a worthy goal? Sound like a reason for you to open your pockets? You know what? Let's up it. Let's say $1 for every 10 meters he can get off the ground. How about 1 meter? How about you just give money for the sake of giving money to a worthy charity? How about that? How about we stop coming up with silly little games and challenges every day? No? No? Okay, well let's do this then, Harv. I want to see you empty your fuel tanks on the VTOL capacity of that craft. For kicks. For giggles. For, other words. I can't cuss. You really tie my hands here, Harv. Anyway, I hope you're getting close, Harvey, because Bill and I are just a stone's throw away. In fact, the next time you hear from us, we'll be standing on the North Pole, planting our flag. Born out. Bill, I've been meaning to say all day, have you sneezed inside the helmet? What is all this?
Oh, we've managed to recover the stream after that particularly violent hack. The ruining porn. The ruining porn.
Okay, next time he comes on, I'm banning him.
Yeah.
Don't do that. No, we're gonna beat him. We're gonna beat him at his own game.
Look, here's the problem, okay? He's taking advantage of Heartbleed. I told you, you have...
Yeah, the Heartbleed.
I told you, you set your... I told you to update your SSL before you left, but you never do it. You never do it.
Well, it won't be the same next time. It's not going to be the same tomorrow. I can absolutely guarantee you that. I can, and that's not hinting at anything. It won't be the same thing tomorrow. Not hinting at anything. So, welcome back to the KPE2. This rover's been driving for a very long time now by itself. And it's lucky to be alive. Driving backwards has been proven now to be more stable than driving forwards. This is a good decision.
It's probably because you've got that bumper on the front, and every time you tip forwards when going forwards, the bumper digs the ground.
This cannot end in tears. There's no way this can end in tears.
No,
put it on 2 times time warp, then we'll have a result.
Just Street Lamp, you and I, we think alike. I've just done that.
Can you quick save?
I've done that as well. We're all on the same wavelength here. Unfortunately, steering is going to be harder, because I've been using trimming to steer at time warp, so it just gently veers in the direction I like, which is quite nice. But if I press the wrong one because we're pointing in the opposite direction, then it might go wrong. Alright, so...
Rex Skates comes up with a very good idea, which is that we need animals so we can run them over in KSP.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's a bit dark.
I'll get on.
When did this become Goat Simulator?
Yeah, Mike, Simulator? We request that, please.
I will put it into our next design meeting.
Confirmed.
Fantastic.
Animals are running over animals, and then obviously Half-Life 3.
Confirmed.
Whoa. Wait. Oh my god.
Wait, did we refresh
You know how
flags?
KSP 0.24 is you know, there's a secret in 0.24, I know it. Hear me out.
God.
Maximum symmetry you can get in the game is 8, right? 24, the version game, divided by 8 is 3, okay? Main updated feature of 0.24 is career mode. Career, of course, starts with a C. C is the 3rd letter of the alphabet. Simple information, everyone knows that. Now, think about this. C in Roman numerals stands for 100. The number 100 has 3 digits in it, the 1, 0, and next 0. 100 divided by 3 is 3.33 repeating. That's, of course, given. Coincidence? Probably now. Now, how many Kerbals do you start the game with?
3.
3. Bill, Jeb, and Bob. The evidence is stacking up. Kerbal Space Program's abbreviation is KSP. Another 3. This time, number 3 of 3 letters, KSP. K, short starting for Kerbal, is the 11th letter of the alphabet. Now, the money system in KSP 0.24 is called funds. F is the 6th letter of the alphabet. Bill, Jeb, and Bob all have short names, right? Put together the total numbers of their names, the total letters in their names is 10. Bill, 4 letters, plus Jeb, 3 letters, plus Bob, 3 letters. Bill, Jeb, Bob, 10 letters. Simple. Now consider this. 6 from the letter F, plus 11, the letter K, plus 3, the letters in KSP, plus 10, the letters in the Star Crew names put together, is 30. Drop the 0 and you get 3. The evidence is overwhelming. Kerbin's atmosphere ends at 70 kilometers, right?
Oh,
70 divided by 2 is 35. 35 factored is 7 times 5. Now think for a moment. 7, 5, the next number in the sequence is 3. 7, 5, 3. Simple. The conclusion is inescapable. If you multiply all the dead-end 3's, you get this. 3 from 24 divided by 8 times 3, the letter C in career, equals 9. Now 9 times 3, the digits in 100, equals 27. 27 times 3 from the start Kerbals is 81. Amazing. 9, 27, 81. Half-Life 3 will be released on Saturday, September 27th, 2081. Confirmed!
Look, I'm just going to tell you, right, before you go on...
I'm just going to tell you, that was actually impressive just by the simple fact that you kept going as long as you did. But I was just going to say 0.25. I was going to say 0.25. 5 minus 2 equals 3.
Oh, dear! Stuff's happened.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention because I was trying to write something before you finished, and it's a shame you didn't go on for just a bit longer. I was just writing this so that I didn't want to interrupt you. There we go, you can see that in 20 seconds and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing, wow!
The problem with driving backwards is that, it's not designed to go backwards, so...
Oh well. I drove straight past the flags, by the way. I completely forgot about the flags. I can't say we, I can't blame anyone else other than me. I just drove straight past them. So we need to go back for them now. I think the quick save was actually probably close to them, so it's a good thing I crashed.
Yeah.
There we go, it is actually closer. But yeah, I was writing on a post-it note. If this ends with Half-Life 3, I'm gonna table flip. But
but you flipped the car instead.
Flip the car instead,
yeah,
exactly.
You flipped the car instead.
It was good timing. You're watching, ladies and gentlemen, the Kerbal Polar Expedition 2. Please donate So far, we've had table flips, we've had Half-Life 3 confirmed, we've had the stupidity of humanity, we've had all sorts of things, and more is going to come.
Roadkill confirmed.
And we should probably go ahead and start saying doing some donation stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Anonymous donated $50. Thor Venus on Twitch. Error name missing. Donated $10. Good evening. An excellent job you're doing for a great cause. Just pitching in what I can. Oh. Good luck with the stream, journey, and charity goal. Oh, also, I have a YouTube channel that would totally be checked out. Error name missing, or don't. There are plenty more productive uses of your time, like giving to charity water, so do that. Rex Skates donated $26. Donation made because Danny giving glorious deaths to Kerbals. And Anonymous donated $10. Another $10 for the clean water that is so dearly missed in large parts of the world. Problems like this make you reconsider what is and what should be important in life. Casper, BLD. So Casper donated that. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Casper.
And I do believe that's... Yep, that was it. But I'll tell you what. Right now, my Harv impression I'm feeling is not exactly up to snuff as of yet. I'm still practicing and working on it. So
if it's not up to snuff, that probably means it's going to be even better for the stream, to be honest. I see your problem.
However, at the point, there's also the other issue of I'm feeling particularly self-conscious about it right now. So I'm having a issue of, I guess, anxiety.
The rule on this live stream, as it always has been, is that co-hosts will only do stuff that they volunteer and feel comfortable doing. So don't feel pressured at all. We're only doing stuff that we feel comfortable doing.
I do want to do it eventually. However, it may not be at this exact second. I do realize that I had stated that I would. At
give it a bit more practice. Give it a bit more practice, and I'm sure you overcome your anxiety. But
I will do this for you guys. I know that you have heard of. I think I told you guys earlier. You've heard of the song. I'm not sure if any of you guys have heard the song by a band called REM. It's called "It's the End of the World as We Know It," and I feel fine.
You were talking about it in the chat earlier, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it before. But...
Well,
really?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I probably have heard it, but the name,
It's the end of the world as we know it.
And I feel fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, for you guys, as a kind of consolation prize, I'm really sorry that it's not Harv's impression of Harv, but 6 o'clock TV hour, Looky Kong, 4 Tarn, Sassenberg, return, listen to yourself, churn, Buccaneer, unipointed, forwarded flag, lead of automotive, escalate, automotive, incinerate, light a candle, light a motor, step down, watch a heel, crush, uh-oh, this means no fear, cavalier, renegade, steer clear, tournament of lies, offer me solutions, offer me alternatives, denial, decline, it's the end of the world as we know it, it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
Hey. Right.
The other night I tripped on my mountain and right. Yep, I do it. Yeah. There's another song like I can't, but honestly, my brain is kind of. Woo. So.
I was saying earlier after you were talking about that there's a Dan Bull rap that I really want to do, but I know it's gonna sound terrible because any rapping I have worked up the courage to do has always been met with, yeah, nice try. But I might do it at some point just because, hey, I can say it's for charity and then laugh it off afterwards. It's Gap Rod for those people in the chat for people in the stream. Gap Rod, his response to Eminem's Rap God. I really like it. I really like Dan Bull actually. Can we talk about Dan Bull? Who here knows Dan Bull? Who knows Dan Bull here? Apart from Streetlamp.
I love his Surgeon Simulator rap.
Yes, I know that as well.
Surgeon Simulator is coming, and that's going to be absolutely amazing.
They're finally adding the iPod stuff.
Give me your teeth and eyes.
It's actually really fun.
Yeah.
When I found out that rapping a lot of times involves a lot of ad-libbing, I realized that was going to be a horrible thing for me to ever attempt. Because the problem is, I don't know. Do you guys have a problem where your thoughts get so jumbled up as they come? It's literally like 1,000 and a million thoughts that they all come
we're
rushing out to a single output.
Yeah, we know.
So the problem is that that's my brain all the time.
Yeah, I generally get it after a long period of talking where my voice gets tired and then my brain gets tired, and though I still have, like, all the inspiration comes to me for, oh, this will be funny to say, oh, I can talk about this next, and it all comes, and because my brain is tired and my voice is tired, I start slipping up on words, and it all comes at once, and I can't decide which one would be best to say first, and I end up rambling and going from topic to topic really rather quickly. And so I can empathize or sympathize with how you feel.
It doesn't help that I have. I'm actually. Some people joke that they're like ADD isn't a real condition, and I basically say spend 5 minutes with me without my medication, and I will make a believer out of you. It is a real thing, and it pretty much the problem is that the medicine helps me concentrate, but it causes my ability to come up with thoughts and all these connections to be limited. However, off the medication, there's so many thoughts that are jumbled up around that there's no way I'll ever be able to actually do what they need to do, because you have to have a singular thought process. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It has to go A to B, B to C, C to D. I can't do that because I go from A to B, B to F, F to Z, Z to Y, X, G, P, Q, maybe back to B again because I thought I forgot something, but it turns out I didn't. And G, H, Q. I'm just like, ah!
That is a good definition of my life, because when it comes to conversations, I know what I'm going to say, I think about what I'm going to say, I recite it in my head a couple of times, all the words make sense, the sentence flows well, but then when I say it, there are the unnecessary pauses, and I get jumbled up, speech gets jumbled up like it does like right now, and its communication kind of breaks down as a whole.
I have to say, when I'm feeling good, on the other hand of what I was saying, just then, I don't want to. I just wanted to have this as a topic of conversation, but now it sounds like it's going to be, I can do it really well. But narration is what I love. I love this commentating and narrating, and when I'm feeling good, I feel like I can just order words so well in such a nice tone. It sounds like I'm bragging. I'm going to stop.
Okay.
I just love narrating. I just love it.
Can you please say Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. I love
my life is complete.
Child version of me.
My life is complete now.
Kevin the Voice. At Kevin the Voice on Twitter. Kevin Brighting is the narrator for the Stanley Parable. I love that as well. I did this video. My favorite video I've decided on my channel. My favorite video is my Stanley Parable video. I was intending to make it into a series, but kind of ran out of content for it. But the premise was that instead of having the one narrator, who is describing Stanley's actions, you've got two narrators, me being the second one. And that video, I don't want to ruin it in case any of you haven't seen it and are mildly interested in intending to see it. But basically, I start off by narrating the thoughts of me as I'm playing the game, and then later on, the thoughts of me as I'm playing the game, evident in my actions in the game, starts to diverge from the wills of the me who is narrating the thoughts. It's really fun. It is really fun.
I absolutely adore the Stanley Parable.
I do as well.
I've spent a massive amount of time on that game, and it has no replay value because once you go through it once, it's done. The thing is, you can always tell that there's another Easter egg around the corner if you just look hard enough, and it's the only game I've ever found where there actually is another Easter egg.
I played it for the
first. I have found and seen the fabled man who walks in the background in the first beginning of it. That Easter egg that almost no one has ever seen. I found that.
I haven't seen that. I want to. No.
There are so many Easter eggs in that game. It boggles the mind. It's painful to think about how much content there is in that.
After the first 3 hours of playing it, that's when the first glimmer of I've seen everything now comes in. And then if you just stick out that little bit longer, if you just go over that bridge of about the 3-hour mark and carry on playing, then you realise, well, crap, this is a massive game. It's beautiful.
I got the unachievable achievement.
Which one's that?
The unachievable achievement of Stanley Parable.
Okay, what does that entail then?
It could be spoilery.
It's nothing. It's just an achievement.
You just randomly get given the achievement.
No, I googled it, but I did find a really interesting Easter egg. Did you know the printer, when you first come out of the office, the printer on your left, read the papers that are underneath, that are at the bottom of the printer. The printer has something very insightful and very informative, and something that it really needs to tell you. It really wants you to do something. I'm not going to tell you what it is because
Alright. I'm going to have to go back to it. I want to make another one of those videos. It was called it was called Stanley Parable Conflict of Wills, as in conflict between me and the narrator. And that was probably the best video on my channel, I think. In terms of my commentary, it's the best video on my channel. I'd recommend watching it if you like my videos. Carry on.
Just the Stanley Parable, the papers that are on the ground once in a while, that are like tucked in a corner somewhat. If you can use console commands to zoom in and have like sort of binocular vision, like scroll up and zoom in and read them, there is some hilarious stuff in there. Like same thing with the demo. Same papers there. It's absolutely hilarious stuff. I mean, they put work into stuff that you would never see.
Yeah, when you walk into the office, all the stuff on the walls, I just went and immediately read all of it, and it pained me that when I went and watched a few Let's Plays to see if they did anything differently that I didn't think of, that they just walked straight past the office room. Because the meeting is the meeting lounge, I think that's what they call it, or the meeting office or something. The stuff on the walls is so hilarious. It's so hilarious. Yeah. There's so much unappreciated stuff in the Stanley Parable. You are my soul brother in this matter, Streetlamp. We are soul brothers.
Okay, if I was to make a Minecraft Stanley Parable version, would you narrate it?
Yes. Yes. Please do. Please do.
I've been toying around with the idea already a little bit.
You do know you're just in a closet, right? There's nothing here.
I figured out what's going on.
Oh.
You're dead.
You're
the actual
dead.
person who was playing the game.
Hang on. This is what we've got to do. This is what we've got to do. Stanley Parable quotes. We're going to read some out. Can we get some donations to read out some Stanley Parable quotes? I don't even care for donations. I'm just going to do it because I enjoy it.
I had to close my window.
Oh, right.
There's somebody doing yard stuff outside, so...
Oh, thanks for closing it then.
Stanley Parable quote?
Yeah, favourite Stanley Parable quotes. We'll read them out.
Did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite.
Actually, could you guys link a good...
did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of jumped in there and interrupted you, but I just had to get that first.
I know. I know.
Is there a link to the quotes?
I'll just search them on Google, Stanley Parable quotes. This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. I love it.
I want to hear all these coming from Brian Blessed.
Brian Blessed! I love him.
It would just be so much
Brian Blessed!
We can get him on stream, totally. We could do that next year.
Yeah, we could do that, absolutely. Next year, yeah. I might meet Brian Blessed, actually, at some point. You know how I was saying yesterday that I might meet Stephen Baxter because he's part of the British Interplanetary Society? Brian Blessed is too. As is Terry Pratchett. Really? And as is... it was founded by Arthur C. Clarke, in conjunction with a few other people. There are a lot of, famous sci-fi related famous people who are part of this society. And you can join. You can join today.
For only a low price of $9.99.
I think if you're a student, you can get £20 a year, which is what I've got. If you're above that, if an adult, you can get, I think it's £30 a year. I'm not sure. It's worth it if you enjoy going to events with other like-minded people, which most people do, even if you're introverts. To a degree.
Would you guys like to hear how cringeworthy my British accent is?
Absolutely.
Yes, certainly.
Stanley thought he broke the game until he heard the narration. That was really bad.
Not bad.
I remember that bit. That's when you jump on the desk and go out the window.
I love the museum ending. I love the game. It's amazing.
The adventure line. The adventure line.
The adventure line is my favorite character.
He is a character as well.
Oh no, not you again. This is our own story, Stanley. Don't even acknowledge it.
I'll tell you what. If you want me to, until you guys hit about see what we've raised so far, 15,411. I will keep talking in my horrendous British accent until I get 15,006. Until I see 15,600.
Donate to make Tanuki stop. There we go.
Pretty much, yes.
Please make it stop.
So from now on, I'll be talking like this. just to see what happens.
Anyone who
Hopefully
comes back
people-
after, like, say someone's gone to get a drink, they come back and they just hear this strange British woman talking on screen. Who is this?
I have no idea. So basically, if you wanted to stop, start donating now.
It is very Oxford English.
That is actually.
Very. If you wanted to
It's
stop,
all I've got. It's all I've got.
Where did you? So who are you basing that impression off of then? Is there anything one in particular, or just listening to British media?
Basically, listening to a lot of British media.
Ah, right.
A lot of BBC.
BBC.
Good old BBC.
BBC.
Well, the bad old
I'm not
BBC.
sure how
Been somewhere in there.
It's very muddled. I can tell. I know because I'm not. I don't have any one person to listen to specifically.
You've got me.
I do have.
Listen to people from Birmingham.
I do have.
Don't do that.
One. I do have one where if I've listened to, say, I've watched a lot of Doctor Who, and I'm specifically David Tennant. It tends to be very, very sounding a lot like David Tennant.
Yeah. The problem with that, of course, is that he's putting on that accent in the first place.
Right. He's putting on a slightly northern accent, right? It's a slightly northern one, but then he's also
Well, he's Scottish, so. Yeah.
So
it's more southern, actually,
say
like
north.
from
Yes.
his point of origin.
Well, lots of planets have a north. Not all planets, just lots of planets.
Which planet's that?
yes,
That was Christopher Eccleston. First
Yeah.
episode.
lots of planets have a north.
It's a good quote.
No, lots of places have a every place has got a north.
I've
That's what it
heard in the new Doctor they talk about why he's got a Scottish accent, and there's a one-liner.
This
and then
is
it's
the
quickly
story of-
dismissed. So
If you say,
Capaldi will be talking Scottish.
it would have been
I'm
funny
not
if
sure
you
if
said
I like
was
Capaldi.
bored.
I haven't really heard
I'm-
anything of it yet, so I
I
can't
am reserving
judge.
judgment until
I
I've seen
like-
I've got a
I like
reserved judgment,
Capaldi.
just like you say. I've got reserved judgment.
I do like Capaldi. The only problem is that I'm not sure I'm going to like him as Doctor Who.
Exactly.
So I'm cautiously optimistic.
I just think he's going to look into a mirror and think, I look quite familiar. Have I been in Rome before? Or just no, it's not Rome, was it?
Exactly.
It was.
No, it was. It was Pompeii.
It was Pompeii, wasn't
It
it?
was, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he was the
Oh,
dad
and
of the
Harv.
family. The
On the other
ones.
hand,
Yeah.
Just
I
quick
just
note,
realized-
Harv, just earlier when I was mentioning about Stanley Parable Minecraft map, I sent a link into the Skype chat. Just it's an early beta. I'll put it in the Twitch chat as well. Early beta I've been toying around with.
I still need to
Anyway,
actually
keep
try
talking
your.
about Doctor Who.
I still need to do your Pegasus labs because I still haven't done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would definitely narrate it for you if that is something that you'd like.
Excellent.
I would love that opportunity actually. Right, looking at this now. Excuse me, now.
so hold on.
Oh my god, that is beautiful. Streetlamp, that's so good.
It is really nice, that.
Aw, thank you.
Oh wow. What was this again?
Stanley Parable Minecraft map
Oh my god,
that
that's,
Streetlamp's
that is
making.
that is quite nice. That's lovely.
And you are making this now. You are making this.
I
As my
may
authoritative
actually
stream
be
host.
continuing it.
Right.
Okay, fine. I'll
So,
make
Tooth
a
and
note.
Claw,
I'll finish it.
Doctor and Rose go back in time to the 19th century. All right. So if you give me just a second, I think somebody had asked if they wanted to hear my Scottish accent, so I'm going to try. But I have to listen to David Tennant in order to do it. So I'm actually bringing up Netflix right now, so that way I can go listen to it.
I'm not sure he's very Scottish. Oh, you mean in the...
His
In
actual
Tooth and
back in
Claw,
time.
he is very Scottish.
Oh,
Right,
there you
yes.
go. Carry on.
I know. I am very, very well aware of most Doctor Who episodes, especially the ones that involve David Tennant.
Yeah, David Tennant was my favourite Doctor and still is. Will Smith came close. Sorry, Matt Smith. Who the hell's
I was like,
Matt
Will
Smith.
Smith, that would be great.
Will Smith is the Doctor, man. Hey.
Oh God.
Yeah, Matt Smith came close in his second season. The first season for me started out a bit too childish, I thought, but there were some good episodes in there. But I think overall
Personally-
the writing
Stephen
changed
Moffat's
because
fault, though.
it's because what was the original, the one who did most of the writing originally?
Russell T. Davies.
Russell T. Davis. Stephen Moffat is great for one-off episodes, but I don't think his overall plot progression between episodes is as good as Russell T. David's.
I agree.
I liked
was talking
the
with
darker
Tanuki about
episodes.
this, and it was the same. He's got no arc,
Yeah, it was just kind of disappointing.
whereas Russell
the first new season
series and series, and then suddenly you get
the Bad Wolf.
See, I'm not a massive fan of Doctor Who because it tends to use Deus Ex Machinas too much to end plot.
It does.
Well, Stephen Moffat does.
Yeah,
he is basically.
Moffat tends to basically have the fix-alls. Whereas I did like the reason why I liked Russell T Davies was that when you walked into an episode, it was the best episode of probably one of the best episodes of the new series that I liked the most was the one where they went to World War II. It was the one where you first met Captain Jack.
Gas masks.
Yes. The reason why was because
I was really young when I saw that, and I scared.
There was no yeah, exactly. But not only that, but there was no preconception that what he was trying to do was going to work. That there was just an assumption that anyone who was affected was going to have to die. And there was never any feeling up until the point where everything got fixed that there was anything but people were going to die. And that's what made it
if you watched it too much, you know, like, well, everything's going to get fixed, and you're just waiting for the Deus Ex Machina to happen, which takes any suspense out of the plot.
Oh, come on. If you're watching any film, you can apply that to almost anything. That's a very broad statement there, wasn't it? Like, oh, I'm watching this film, they're having a conflict of some sort, it's going to get fixed.
If Deus Ex Machina's too much, it loses it.
Okay. I once heard a definition of sci-fi, which is that the world is not the same as when it starts out by the end. So, Doctor Who tends to be, it's like everything's fixed, everything's back to normal.
Right, back to the same.
Great.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's
even
the difference
if time has gone on and people have died over the course of a whole year, we can just reverse that entire year. It's fine, don't worry.
Yeah, I would put it under sort of it's lazy sci-fi or it's fantastical sci-fi.
Fantastical would be a good word.
It's Doctor
fantastic fantasy.
Just like to point out, our whacker in the chat says Harv should be a Doctor's companion. Imagine the coolness. I would be a Doctor's companion. You know, I'd do that.
Yeah, I'd rather have Clara than you. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Yeah,
I would rather be the Doctor.
Your accent is your voice, and if you were the companion, it wouldn't work.
I would rather be the Doctor. That wouldn't really work either. I'd like to be the villain. There you go.
From the point of view of companions, it'd be cool.
I'd like to be the villain.
You're the next giant British evil villain person.
So wait, Harv, who was your favourite? Yes. So wait, Harv, who was your favourite Doctor again?
Yeah, David Tennant.
Okay, good. So I wasn't sure because you said Matt Smith came in a close second, and I was just like, honestly, most of Matt Smith, I just kept thinking. I honestly thought with Matt Smith, I just kept thinking to myself, why won't you get rid of Rory and Amy, please, for the love of God?
Yeah.
Go away.
Rated. I thought Clara was a great companion.
Oh,
Clara
is
fantastic. The best companion for a long time.
Yeah.
Although, to be honest, my favourite episode so far is the episode which has the least amount of the Doctor in it, which is Don't Blink.
Blink.
Oh,
it's Don't Blink.
We were talking, I mentioned...
The Angels.
On the very first day of the KPE2, we were talking about YouTube username extensions and stuff, and I mentioned this guy, Charlie. Charlie is so cool, like. He was one of the first really famous YouTube bloggers. Yeah. He formed a band, and they, for a little while, wrote Trock, Time Lord Rock, a genre of music. And they made a lot of cool songs, including one which was called Don't Blink. And it's really good, actually. I would play it, but copyright.
Yeah.
But you should go listen to it.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go switch over to a Scottish accent.
There you go. Do it. Do it now. Do it now!
Just flick a switch and done.
On a somewhat
I'm Scott Manley.
Hello! Scott Manley here. We will all talk in Scottish. We will all talk in Scottish accents. Even Streetlamp, we will all talk in Scottish accents if you raise $15,600. Because that's when Tanuki will start.
The only Scottish accent I can do sounds like I can't even do it. That's not even. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
sir. We just haven't got the pure.
Can he do the accent, Captain?
The cat's got stuck in the warp drive, Captain.
I'm giving her a Scott, Captain.
Earlier, when you're talking about Doctor Who and moving on a slightly television-related thing, I really hope they wrap up Red Dwarf soon. Because the worst thing that can possibly happen to a series is not for it to go out quickly or to have it fade away, but to have it get renewed, and then the renew dies, and all hope becomes lost.
I stopped watching Firefly.
First episode of Red Dwarf was called The End, and it set it up brilliantly. Now all we need is one more season, 6 episodes.
But it's called The Beginning. That's all we need.
The Beginning. We'll have another episode called The Beginning. Yeah.
Are you sure you want a quick save and move up to blue alert? Because it does mean changing the bulb.
I probably, yeah. I actually can't do. I can't do a Scottish accent right now. I don't know why.
Yeah, we'll give up on that one. We'll give up on that one. Some guy in the chat says you're so bad it's offensive.
Yeah, but that is a false assumption, right? Bad accents are not offensive. It's only offensive if you think that is how they speak.
Yeah, we're not saying because that's how Scottish people speak.
I make the difference.
I don't believe in a hard
when people go, "Oh, your accent is offensive because it's so bad." It's like, well, have you heard me do a British accent? It's just as offensive from your point of view.
It's not. It's the problem is that, like I said, it's everybody taking offense at something. It's like, don't take offense. Just realize, wow, that person's really bad at doing accents.
Yeah.
If you start a statement with the words, "No offense, but,"
you
obviously have no idea.
You mean to offend?
Have you heard Stephen Fry's opinion on when people say, "Oh, I'm offended"?
And no, what is it?
Well, I know Stephen Fry's opinions on bullying and how to stop bullying. If you're being physically bullied, just say, "Oh, no, don't do that. You'll give me an erection and they'll stop."
I should have tried that.
Ha!
Did you have a rough child?
None of us would just curl up and... Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. So, I was curious. Unfortunately, I noticed in passing when Ronin Pawn's little transmission hijacking occurred, that there was a I noticed my I noticed my avatar pop up randomly, and I was wondering what that was all about.
Were you listening to it at any point?
Unfortunately, I noticed it, and then I realized that that it was muted. Unfortunately,
yeah. So he was having trouble hacking into the stream apparently, and he was hypothesizing it was because of you. That you were counter hacking.
Well, yes, that's probably why. I was just like, why are you noticing me? What's going on?
I did bring out the banhammer and swatted him around.
Well, unfortunately, because Harv is currently mobile, mobile, and I'm unable to directly access his system, I was unable to prevent the hack. However, I was able to do a midway patch on his on the receiving end, so he'll probably have a little bit more difficult time from now on actually hijacking the transmission, so there shouldn't be any bad.
Zoom and enhance.
So is that what you've got to?
Enhance.
That's what you've got to contribute to this.
All I did was I set the receiving server to only accept 2048-bit AES keys rather than what was currently set at, which was Blowfish and DES. So it should be a lot more secure.
Okay, and
can't you just
and we have reached a bit of a special target marker. The target marker for the end of day 4 has just been reached.
Oh,
just like yesterday.
See you next time.
I say that's awfully good, old chap.
Well,
very good. Oh, jolly good, old chap.
Are going
another 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, we have got still another 2 hours. We're going to take this opportunity.
Ad break?
Yeah, we're about 5 minutes early for the scheduled 15-minute break, but we might as well start it early, seeing as we're here. And there are 4 Kerbals with us, and there's some interesting things we might be able to do with them on this plane that they're on. But yes, we're going to go to our 15-minute break so that I can go get some food, and the co-hosts can go get some food if they feel like it. And after we come back, we might be getting C7, former KSP developer, original developer of the Spaceplane Plants, to come on, which will be cool. A bit of a reunion. And we will...
Dead silence.
Dead silence to that. I was hoping you were going to say something, but no one did. So...
I'm waiting for you to finish.
We're just kind of like, we're waiting for everyone else to kind of... It's like...
Why didn't we refresh our flags in the cockpit of the plane?
Because it wouldn't have been as interesting.
Yeah, Harv.
Wouldn't have been as interesting. We will be right back in a...
Let's just a moment.
What?
So for most of this, for about 30 minutes of this trip, you spent time getting the flags over there. So that's 30 minutes gone, and driving backwards, I've noticed you spent a lot of time at 1 times time warp, so that means more time has been gone. So basically, from the looks of it, you may have to extend the stream. And if you're not going to extend the stream, then I recommend you go to 3 times time warp to cover up the time. Basically, you're slipping. You're losing track.
Have you seen where we are right now? Have you seen?
Yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere.
We're pretty much near. We are about. Okay, this is the distance we've covered in 2 hours, right? This is the distance we've covered in 2 hours. By the end of tomorrow's stream, we'll have been at the North Pole for quite a while. We are so close to the North Pole.
The earlier we get there, the better.
Yes.
I think we can all agree we would much rather get there early than not get there at all. Worst case scenario is we simply drive there, but once we get there, or like 10 meters away, we just drive in circles, okay?
We're gonna get there. That was terrible. We're gonna go to a 15-minute ad break. We will see you all after I have gone and got some food. Please consider donating to our charity water campaign over at tiny.cc/KPE2, or if you've ever considered getting, actually not or, and if you've ever considered getting any HOCgaming merchandise, you can go to hocgaming.spreadshirt.co.uk at the link down below. And also remember to turn off your ad block so that we can use your time to generate money and give it to the campaign as well.
If you watched the ads, all you have to do is watch the ad, or not even watch the ad, just have it running and go to the bathroom or something, because the income from the ads will be donated to charity as well. So simply by watching the ad or having it playing, you're helping.
Exactly.
Seriously, if you don't have a credit card, if your parents won't allow you to donate, if you simply are too confused by the donation process, simply run the ad and boom, you're done. Happy, you've done. You have contributed, and for that we are sincerely thankful. Thank you for contributing.
We will see you in 15 minutes.